and the ancestors are looking out for us. God Hayes is exposing them, man.
Okay, you see that chair right there? See how big it is?
Yeah.
Now look at the Pope chair under it. Scroll down, look at the Pope chair under
Never have it been made so clear.
Young TV. Young.
We running the game right now.
Young TV.
Time to take over.
Young
We the hottest in the game. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you just not tuned in.
TV.
Share, like on your Instagram, Facebook.
Young TV.
If you tuned in, we broadcasting live from 2030, baby.
Young TV. Young
Taking over the game, baby. Oh yeah.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Young TV.
Get them likes up in the air, you heard me?
Young TV.
Ride by. Hotel Islam.
Young TV.
Assalamu alaikum. Shalom alaikum.
Young
Peace.
TV. This is Sunday school. I didn't intend to do a particular broadcast today, but I was instructed to do Sunday school. Today's Sunday school is called What Have You Done? So, the whole purpose of this is I got a lot of people in my inbox. People I ain't never heard of, calling me frauds, saying I don't know what I'm talking about, but they ain't checking their receipt. Right? So we got opposition, we got people that done had opportunities to try to get Malachi York out of prison, and all they did was sit around and twiddle their motherfucking thumbs, scratch their ass, and he's still in there. He should have been out years ago, but didn't nobody perform the function according to the traditional cultures of the land. My number one question is, if I don't know what I'm doing, and you don't know what I'm doing, then we fucked. But if I know what I'm doing and you don't know what I'm doing, you probably should sit your ass down and mind your motherfucking business. See, my thing is this. Everything I done said to this point, I done gave the receipts for. From the conversation with the Moors about the war conjure and the ones that look like us going into amnesia with us to figure out who's who and separate the wheat from the motherfucking chaff. A lot of people will keep sending me phase one's information saying, phase talk about you this, he talking about you that. Listen, phase one is a Malachi Z. York frontline soldier. So if he don't understand what I'm doing, and I ain't had an opportunity to have a conversation with him, and if he's still riding for Malachi, I'm not going to say nothing. As long as he don't switch up and start trying to figure out somebody else to support because he don't want to support Malachi, then I'm good. As long as he stay pushing his agenda to free Malachi York, I'm all in. I'm with that. I can take the verbal slander for the ones who don't know. I'm strong enough to take that shit. I'm not gonna get offended if you standing in the position of right, even if you don't know what I'm doing. I'm not gonna get offended. I'm only going to get offended if you know what I'm doing and you consciously and willfully interfering. Like the bitch Isis Wisdom. She was consciously, willfully interfering with my fight for my chief, Larry Hoover. Now, the chief Malachi Kobina York, that's a whole nother chief of another clan. And I'm going to fight for him just like his name is Larry Hoover. Jeff Ford, a.k.a. Chief Malik Angel Bay. If y'all don't know who he is, he's the chief for the Peace Stone Nation, and I'm going to fight for him the same way I'm going to fight for Larry and Malachi. If y'all don't know who H. Rap Brown was in the 60s and 70s, he's a Sunni Muslim, Imam Abu Jamal Al-Amin. I'm going to fight for him the same way I'm fighting for Larry, the same way I fight for Malachi, the same way I fight for Angel Bay. If y'all don't know who is supposed to get the work done, you can't say that the person doing the work is not the one who's supposed to be doing it, only by the sheer fact that the work is being performed. The receipts are being produced, and it's all being done according to the oral tribal traditions of reclaiming the land using what's called the redemption process and the indemnity rights. The indemnity rights is the hereditary position of the heirs on the land to receive custody of the land from invaders. We was invaded. We was waged war against. We fought back. We fought to a different phase of warfare. War don't always stay bullets and bloodshed. Sometimes it end up in backwoods ceremonies around an open fire at 3 a.m. in order to call forth the spiritual forces of the ancestors to align certain energies to help you and win the war. You can't win no motherfucking war if you don't know strategy. You can't win no war if you don't know who your team is, because you're going to always be fighting each other. This is why, look, more of these so-called Negroes, these motherfuckers that look like us, is coming in opposition to me saying free Malachi with the paperwork, and Paleface is pushing the motherfucking liberation of Malachi and supporting me in my inbox. Paleface is more adamant right now with release Malachi than half of the motherfuckers that look like us. And they want me to not like Paleface, and it's niggas that's doing nigga ass shit trying to interfere with the process. Everybody done had time, sufficient time. Malachi been locked up 20-something years. Ain't nobody never before me read his release papers to the public. That don't make me better than nobody. I want to know why ain't nobody else done it first. Why y'all not following the oral tradition of the tribes by putting his release documents into the public domain? Apparently it's above somebody's pay grade because they don't have access to the information. The door not open to the motherfucker who haven't worked his way up to the platform. So now you seeing the receipts receipting. The math is mathing. Liberation is at hand, and you got niggas that look like us, these goddamn black devils, that's throwing monkey wrenches in the program, and they haven't done nothing in the entire time Malachi been locked up to get him out. I had to go on a whole 5-year campaign of building a reputation of dropping receipts so you don't have to depend on nothing Rod Hayes say. Don't argue with Rod Hayes. Argue with these motherfucking receipts. If you don't have a loyal title... Oh, yeah. Anyway, that's where I go. Everybody want to be the one that got the information. But don't nobody want to do the work. They all want to be in the number one position, but they don't want to do what it takes to get put in the number one position. Remember, many called, few are chosen. The few chosen ones is literally only a few. So if they don't know what I'm doing, or they don't like what I'm doing, I got a spoiler for them. You can't stop what's coming. This shit can't be stopped. Malachi will walk the streets soon. And he ain't gonna be by himself. You're gonna see that they had Big Tookie in cryostasis because they wasn't allowed to kill him. They froze him. He had to agree to that shit. If it was up to me, between being dead or froze, nigga, I'll see y'all next lifetime. You're not freezing me. That's love for your people on a level that I can't even grasp right now. Because I can't stand being cold. So, ain't none of these motherfuckers produced a widow. Ain't none of these motherfuckers have produced the allodial title to the land. Nobody has explained to y'all the redemption process while we redeeming what's rightfully ours. Everybody think that we trying to take over somebody else's shit. This our shit. We not trying to take over. We already had a blueprint to reclaim what was rightfully ours if we follow the steps the ancestors laid. Apparently, the ones that's naysayers and haters of Rod Hayes have no fucking clue what their ancestors said. I got some bitch from Mississippi with a beard talking down on the Empress and talking down on me, and she ain't produced nothing. Can't no motherfucker that's non-productive interfere with the productive, because it's not gonna never balance out. That fish good. So, I done had calls from France. I done had calls from England. I done had calls from some places in Europe that I can't pronounce. I done had people reach out from Australia, New Zealand, from the Tongan Islands, from the Samoa Islands, from the Hawaiian Islands, from the South Pacific. All these people is saying, we appreciate you producing the Queen Mother, the widow, for the world to see the matriarch is reclaiming her rightful place among the tribes and nations of the earth. I'm not in this shit for no money. See, y'all think because people with gratitude ask for my cash app, that mean I'm in this shit for some money. All you motherfuckers that don't really know, I don't do this for money. The knowledge I give away for free, you motherfuckers won't even come get, because y'all too busy trying to tear somebody down rather than build your own self up. Right? So if you can't build yourself up, you not qualified to tear me down. You do not have the necessary equipment to remove me from my position, to shake my foundation and make me not do what I'm already doing. I can't do nothing about Instagram hating on me. I know a lot of times I be on here, it be glitching and freezing. And ain't nothing I could do about that. I just got to try to talk to the people and get the message out. But the good thing is I'm simulcasting from the Holistic Herb Paradise on YouTube. So if you have an interruption with your feed on Instagram, you can still review the same feed over here on YouTube on the Holistic Herb Paradise. Right? So for those that don't know. So we have a natural order. It's not GMO. It's not artificial. It's not plastic or synthetic. Right? It's an organic, natural method to reclaim the land at the close of every age. That's one of the original contracts of the earth realm that can never be overturned. Because the grandfather clause is going to always bring the matriarchal rights of inheritance of the land back to the mothers. And if you think I don't know what I'm talking about, that's cool. But what you doing? When you tear somebody else down, you got to have a body of work that surpasses what they doing to a degree that your credibility is higher than the person that's delivering the receipts. If you can't understand that, you in your own way, you not in mine, because I'm going to run your motherfucking ass over. It's not personal. It's just family business, and I just take family business personal. Right? We got all parts of the family doing their part to fulfill their function according to their knowledge set and their skill set. Right? So, if y'all don't know who to look for, you probably shouldn't speak. If you don't got nothing good to say, shut the fuck up. Right? Because there's no way, me, being me, I'm not going to tear nobody down to bring myself up because it's not necessary. I am who I am. I'm the master of masters, the self-raised master whom the lodges call Hiram Abiff. I'm the son of the great mother, firstborn of the earthborn, parthogenic son of the great mother, incarnate on earth to always return the earth back to balance when these people, whatever form they come, become the entropy of the earth that breaks up everything. Right? Entropy is the loss of balance and energy. Right? From chaos, meaning from the entropy, we have to reestablish the order. And the order is the matriarchal order. When the people went to negotiate with Malachi last week, or the week before last, I should say, and they asked him, what did he want? Right? Because they want amnesty for the dirt they did, and he won't give it to them. Malachi said, we can't even talk except for under one condition and under one law. And for all of those who don't know what that one condition is, go back to what Noble Drew Ali said. This is for the uplifting of fallen humanity. The matriarchal failed to rogue patriarchs. The only way to uplift fallen humanity is to restore the matriarchy. The only way to restore the matriarchy is to go on a campaign of uniting matriarchs across the land under the great law of redemption. This don't have nothing to do with no superpowers. I don't got no cape. I ain't bulletproof. None of that shit. But I got something that most motherfuckers don't have. I got the blood and the right with the truth. And from the position of right and with the blood, telling the truth, and all of this shit have to come to fruition. It don't have nothing to do with I know more than you. I don't care if I don't know more than you. It's a whole lot of people know more than me. They might not know how to put it together like I do, but it's a whole lot of people that know more than me. It's a whole lot of people that can figure out a lot of shit, but can't none of them figure out more shit than I done figured out already. And this is don't have nothing to do with me having a big head or me tearing nobody down. I didn't never attack nobody. Everybody you see me go at their head, everybody came at me first. I don't go after people like that. I don't have time to entertain tearing somebody down, especially when I don't know them. If I don't know you, I'm not speaking on you. I don't know nothing about you to be speaking on you. And I don't want nobody else telling me your business. See, this is why the gossip culture, the lowest form of informational exchange in the human arena, is gossip. And all these motherfuckers, they're the same motherfuckers that care about what the celebrity's doing. The celebrities are doing celebrity shit. They entertaining the world. That's all they doing. So if you want the celebrities to push an agenda for your liberation, you automatically asking the wrong people. If you want the politicians who's also running a stage show, who's also handpicked by the cabal, who also don't got nothing to do with the organic people of the land, they just masquerading under the uniform commercial code, wearing their uniforms to make them look legitimate. That ain't legitimate. What's legitimate is these motherfucking feather-wearing motherfuckers that's powwowing with their mamas wearing sundresses on the porch drinking lemonade while she looking over the children playing in the front yard. That's our shit. Right? We need to get back to Big Mama House more than just physically. We need to go back to Big Mama House in spirit and in truth. You can't get back to Big Mama House and don't want to hear what Big Mama talking about. Or you can't come to Big Mama House disrupting the peace and don't expect none of her sons, your uncles, to get up, beat your ass, put you back in your place, and Big Mama gonna come herself and clean your motherfucking face up, wipe the blood off your nose, put the ice on your fat ass lip and eye, and say, now you go in there and sit your ass at the table and get your plate. And the next time you come to my house, you're going to have some manners. And you're going to be pouting, but you're going to understand the nature of the love that's being expressed to you. Spare the rod, spoil the child. She got these big ass uncles. She got one for every problem. She got one of us, one of the chief's job for every problem. I'm just the cleanup man. My job is to just patch everything together and get Big Mama house clean so when she get home, she ain't got to wash the dishes. She don't got to mop. She don't got to make no beds up. She don't got to do no laundry. All that shit done. All that shit done. So if you go, you need to know when y'all talking about people putting a Cash App up. I never offered to put my Cash App up. People asked for my Cash App. People had gratitude that was cashing these receipts by cross-referencing them to see if they say what they say when I posted them. My whole Instagram page, my whole Facebook page, my last 2 Instagram pages are all full of receipts. Ain't none of this shit don't got receipts for it. Don't got validating and verifying information that's accompanying the words coming out of my mouth. So they sit there, they ain't did shit. In the whole 20-something years Malachi been locked up, soon as I do sit, I'm a fraud. I'm a fake. I'm in it for the money. I'm using Malachi name. But when I wasn't saying Malachi name because I was talking about Larry Hoover, it was, oh, he got the free Malachi. Malachi the only one. Malachi not the only fucking chief in that's being held back. Right? Malachi wasn't the only chief we had to fight for. This is why most people drop the fucking ball, because they only want to liberate their own chief, which all of the liberation of the chiefs is intricately woven together in the redemption process, where if you don't follow it according to the way it's laid out, you're not getting nobody out of nothing. You're not getting nobody out of nothing. The Nuwaubians, who are real students of Malachi, they already know. Malachi been told them that it was going to be a woman that'll get him out of prison. It wasn't going to be no motherfucking musty testicle having ass nigga, because they too egocentric. It's only the mothers that understand the love of the mother for the child that'll fight for her child generation after generation and lifetime after lifetime. And all mama's boys been raised and passed in the rites of passage called the lodge need to pay attention, because all of us are responsible to be our brother's keeper. Not because there's some slick shit, because mama said, don't never let nobody take nothing from your brothers and your sisters. My sister's shit was held in abeyance. and my brothers was bumping into each other, right? The brothers was bumping into each other because it was the blind leading the fucking blind. Right? So I stand in the position to tell the truth and motherfuckers get offended. I'm glad. I'm glad you get offended, and I'm glad you lash out at me so we know where you black devils at. Half of the ones doing it don't even know they the goddamn devil until the motherfucking hammer drop on their ass. We see you too, black devils. See, all the time y'all want us to think the dirt being done by Paleface and there's some niggas pulling the string. I don't care about biblical doctrine, first and foremost. I don't care about Quranic doctrine. That shit, before 1492, there's nobody from the Americas who owned a Bible. Before 1492, there was nobody in the Americas who owned the Quran. So all of a sudden now we supposed to be the people in the books that they brought over here to oppress us with. That shit don't got nothing to do with me. I went through the degree of Mohammedism. I went through the degree of Christism. I went through the degree of Mosesism. And all that shit is a control scheme. It is a kind artist's rendition of a spiritual rites so that they can make you forego who you is in order to accept who they told you to be. You can't tell me who to be. I'm too goddamn hard-headed. I'm too goddamn stubborn. Right? I'm too hard-headed and I'm too stubborn. The Chiefs are always stubborn and hard-headed like that. How the fuck you gonna hold your position and you ain't stubborn and hard-headed? You can't hold it. Boss family. BOS 215-19 7-4. Hoover on your ass, Georgetown, Hoyas, coming at you, right? Them Blue Devils, right? So, if you want to have a dialogue, I ain't hard to find. But keep popping up under my my message, my post. Keep calling me a fraud. Enjoy yourself and have fun while you doing your black devil devil shit. Right? While you doing all of that shit under the pretense of being the righteous, I'm gonna keep doing what the fuck I'm doing. I'm gonna keep teaching the people the goddamn truth. We ain't come on no slave ships. We Mississippi red clay dirt walking. We second line marching feather wearing motherfuckers. We have powwows. Them motherfuckers have something else. We the only ones have a powwow, right? Because we the only ones that got to find prisoners of war, right, without wealth. And put them motherfucking prisoners of war without wealth in a wealthy position. So we got to flip the POW, right, to the 6OM MOM. Right? And the 6 is the number of the man. Over M is 13. That's the son over the mother seat that the mama placed there as the heir to the throne. First right to the earth right goes to the women. The right of the chief to reclaim the earth is contingent upon him telling y'all God is a woman, always been a woman, and you can paint many men as you want in God roles. The prime creator is divine feminine Shakti, Shekinah, right? If y'all don't know what this is, I'm not mad at you. Just don't say no negative shit. Don't get in the way. Just do your due diligence to find out what I'm talking about. If you don't know that 13 is the queen mother seat, and if you don't know that the queen mother is the mother of the king, And that because of the queen mother told the prince, before you become king, there's something that you have to do first. But you got the blood and you got the right. But there's something that you got to do before you can put yourself in your proper position. What is that, mama? You got to figure out a way to get these hard-headed motherfuckers to rally around the great mother once again. When they came, they called us insects. They said we act like bees, so now they gave us honeypots, right? All those in the culture know what a honeypot is, but the outsiders ain't got no fucking clue, right? They said that we were ants and called our mother's sisters ants as a way to say that we behave like ants, the way we rally around the queen. And the queen being the queen mother. And the queen mother is the center of the zodiac, as above, so below. If you don't know who Taweret is, if you don't know about the temple of Dendara and the great temple of Isis, then there's nothing that you can tell me, because you don't even know your own shit enough to tell me that I'm wrong if I was wrong. But I'm not wrong. I'm telling you what's right. I'm standing in the blood inherited position of righteousness, being a rightful heir. And because of that, I'm just going to tell it like it is. So all of y'all just coming in, if y'all having an issue on Instagram, I'm simulcasting on Holistic Herb Paradise on YouTube.
Let me give them the you can keep going on that.
Yep. So for those who can't really see, it's gonna be on. I'm broadcasting simultaneously on Holistic Herb Paradise on YouTube, and you should be able to see that this is the Sunday School with Chief Pontiac. Look, I don't get offended if people don't understand what I'm doing. It's above their pay grade. That's like the general getting mad at the foot soldier for not knowing what's on the other side of the hill before the general tell them to to storm the hill. He don't know because he don't have all of the information the general got. And the general have to explain it to the soldier in a way that he understand that the general is competent to send you to take the hill. The recon has been done. The reconnaissance for this redemption go all the way back to Prince Hall, Blue House, and then come Noble Drew Ali Red House. Then come all of the leaders that follow, laying out the parameters of this moral and dogma dynamic of a religious controversy in the chapter of misery that leads to the redemption process, which takes us down the yellow brick road to see the Wizard of Oz. Oz means strength, right? And the Wizard of Strength is the Wizard of the most wisdom. So you want to know who's supposed to be behind the curtain? You got to get the false motherfuckers from behind the curtain first, and then you can put Big Mama back in her rightful position. When I gave y'all the Empress, then the Masonic Lodges, that was called lifting the veil. The veil is to conceal who the Great Mother is. My job as one of the chiefs is to reveal what's been concealed. All the shit that they told y'all before that y'all didn't know, I can't put all that shit together so you understand exactly what's going on. Right? And the obstacle is the way, says Ryan Holiday. Right? And the first order of business is y'all must have forgotten never outshine the master. So now y'all coming in and y'all want to go up against the master, self-raised masters, half cocked with no motherfucking juice. It took me 5 years of building up a receipt reservoir where you can go back and look at every fucking thing I'm telling y'all. You can go back and review everything from the fucking slave trade narrative, who did it, where they did it at, where they came up with the plot. I'm telling you it was an academic plot. So if I'm telling you an academic plot, I got to be able to identify by which university academia put this motherfucking puzzle together called the slave trade. And I did that because the slave ship that they gave us, then the diagrams is the blueprint for the cathedral of Notre Dame University. It's a perfect overlay. That means that when they decided to come up with this slave narrative, the scholars that wrote it came from Notre Dame. Notre Dame is the Dame of the North, and the Dame of the North is frozen on the pole. If she froze on the pole, that means she wasn't no motherfucking stripper. That means she wasn't moving. She was holding a post. And where she was, ice is. And if ice is where she was at, then she must be Isis. And if she's Isis, then it ought to tell us where she fell. So I fell is the tower in the Parthenon of Isis, which is the city of Isis, right? And if it's the city of Isis and it's in France, and the same motherfucker that erected the Eiffel Tower gave you the Statue of Liberty, but she's bound and a drag queen. And y'all don't know that all of these homosexual pedophile drag priests that wear dress is supposed to be a woman. Look up the whole name of Paris. It's called the Parthenon of Isis. Par-Isis for short. Par-Isis, even shorter, is Paris. And so, we are on a move. Ain't no stopping us now. Baba song. We on the move. Now that y'all see us on the move, you got a bunch of people that's moving around, but they not going nowhere. They're just making blind, aimless moves. The blind can't tell you what the path look like because they can't see it. And ain't none of them motherfuckers Eli from the book of Eli. Ain't none of them motherfuckers walking around as a Hafiz memorizing the entire scripture. Right? So, I mean, you could say what you want, you could do what you want, but produce something. If you don't want me to go get Malachi, tell me what you doing to go get him. Tell me what you doing. He been in there all this time. I'm just now receiving an opportunity to do something in the front of the people to help see how Malachi supposed to come out of this bondage from these trumped up COINTELPRO charges, right? I'm offering up a solution, and then these motherfuckers is trying to tear me down. Y'all shooting at a juggernaut. I'm the motherfucking baddest motherfucker ever born. You shooting at a juggernaut. Your little puny ass rubber bullets is not gonna do nothing to interfere with my progress, but it's gonna interfere with yours. We see you too, Black Devils. Oh man, that's good. That's really good.
The punch.
Mm-hmm. It's it tastes like lemonade, strawberry lemonade.
Yeah, that's cranberry mango.
Yeah, that's fire. So, at some point, we don't know who. Take me out the equation. Some nigga gonna come along and say, God ain't no man, God is a woman. Then the next thing they gonna say is, not only is God a woman, the earth is supposed to be in the custody of the women. Well, how can you prove that? Mitochondrial link to the earth? Okay. Now, he gonna tell you, if you want freedom, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, and you gotta do this. Ain't none of these motherfuckers telling us how to get free. None of them. The only motherfucker that gave a comprehensive plan to rebuild the clans and actually done it It was Elijah Muhammad and Malachi York. Nobody else started from scratch, built a whole tribal nation in the midst of the enemy. What did the book that they brought over here say that we was going to have to do in order to win? We was going to have to be bold and brazen enough to set our plates in the presence of our own enemies without regard for them. Without being respecters of persons. Ain't going to be no big eyes and no little U's. And that the feminine, what they call the meek in the book, the meek shall inherit the earth. How in the fuck is the meek going to inherit the earth if all of the motherfucking men is lost? One of them motherfuckers got to make sure that these sisters get their shit back. Right? So all these motherfuckers want to tear down a motherfucker that's doing something for the people, doing what's right, and falsely accuse a motherfucker of some shit and they not doing nothing. See, now if Farrakhan came out and told me to sit my ass down because I was a fraud, then I would probably consider that. Because he been doing something. See, everybody be wanting to talk about, well, if Farrakhan fought for us, why he ain't dead? Y'all ain't never heard of the FOI? Y'all ain't never did no research on the FOI? Y'all don't know how these motherfuckers is the top security in the world. The only motherfuckers that was ahead of them in ranking of being effective was some motherfuckers called the Secret Service. Now watch them niggas. Watch them motherfucking Secret Service bow ties from neckties turn into bow ties. How in the fuck is that possible? Why they gonna stop wearing their neckties and start wearing bow ties? Somebody got to be taking some shit over. So I'm going to tell you like this. If I'm not doing what's necessary, Farrakhan doing it. Now, how about that? If I'm not doing what's necessary, Farrakhan doing it. So if he the only other motherfucker that's doing anything that can benefit us as a people without the aid and resources of the enemy. Everything he did been of the people, for the people, and by the people of the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam has built themselves up to be a beacon. In every one of our neighborhoods is some fruits there. They the only ones on the whole land that's in every fucking community and made alliances with every motherfucking so-called gang, which is actually a tribe that was renamed by the government in order to disparage the leadership and the people to the people. You want to follow the story your enemy gave you and think your enemy gonna tell you how to get free. All the time, the ones of us that's really telling you how to get free, you want to push them to embrace your enemy. You want us to go fucking vote in an election that don't got nothing to do with the tribes. We outlaw tribes. We don't got no motherfucking treaties with these bitches. That's why we running them the fuck off the land and reclaiming our shit according to the process that our elders laid out for us. For some of y'all don't know what it looked like. I'm trying to show y'all, but you got these other motherfuckers that come along and want to try to undermine the process. It's not going to work. You can't stop what's coming. Big Mama didn't been revealed. You know? So, this message for Sunday school is this. If you know what you're doing, keep doing it. If you don't know what you're doing, be still. If you don't like what I'm doing, that's fine. If you don't understand what I'm doing, that's fine. If you don't think I'm doing what you want me to do, that's your problem. But if you know that I'm doing what our ancestors told us to do, you supposed to be doing the same shit I'm doing from the direction of your perception. When you not doing what you supposed to be doing to free us, you can't say nothing about what Rod Hayes doing. You can't disparage Chief Pontiac certified war chief out of our nation, inherited by an old Mississippian who walked the land in the place of Chief Pontiac. You can't do that. You can try, but it's going to be a fruitless pursuit, and it's going to be rooted in ignorance. Right? So, I don't have no problem with nobody, but they got a problem with me. I haven't even begun to be a problem yet. Big Mama said it's all right to be a problem, but Larry said, wait a minute, we not done brain banging yet. We won't be done brain banging until we see these chiefs walking the land. Malachi is the president of the tribes, the Confederation of Tribes, right? And the Empress, she is the mother of all tribes, which by default make her the mother of all lodges, which tells you that in the shrine, this is your Black Madonna. And the veil of the shrine has been lifted. Right? So, it don't matter how much you know. If you don't know what to do with it, you're wasting your time. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what a pretender to the throne is. I know exactly what they have to do to seize their position of power. And I'm just following the steps. People think I come to give people dictation on how they should live their life. I'm not here for that. I don't care how you live your life. I don't care what you do with your life. My only advice is to try to live your best life. Right? Because if you're striving to live your best life, then nature is going to put people in your path that's going to assist you to grow and assist you to expand and assist you to experience bliss in the physical form. That's what they call bringing heaven to earth. So, anybody that think I don't know what I'm doing, show me. If you don't think I know what I'm talking about, show me. Don't come on here heckling a motherfucker. I'm not a comedian. I don't have to deal with hecklers in the audience. I will deal with them. I will roast their ass. I will get in, because I'm with all the bullshit. But it's only one problem. I'm brain banging right now. Catch me when I'm gang banging, and we can settle this shit however you want to do it. We can have a fist fight, a brick fight, a stick fight, a knife fight, a mic fight, however you want to do it when we get done brain banging. But right now, my chief asked me to perform a function based off a particular set of skills that I developed over a prolonged period of time in the library researching and studying. Right? He needed me to put the tribes back together by revealing who the Great Mother is to the people and fighting on behalf of the political prisoners, so all of the rest of the chiefs that's held in abeyance and interrupted from performing their chiefly duties to their clan can be put back at the head of the families, because that's all they is. When we say tribe, we talking about a family. So all of the young chiefs, up and coming chiefs, we gonna be having summits, leadership summits, where we get together and we figure out what resources is needed in what area, right? And don't forget, for those who might be having problems with Instagram, I'm simulcasting on Holistic Herb Paradise on YouTube, right? So if it ain't coming in clear on your system, you got another alternative means to catch it. Yep, they some programmed ass niggas, programmed to their own detriment. What did he do with the? Hey, Rod. Hold on, I gotta grab this ashtray. Look, it's easy to tear a motherfucker down when you working against progress. It's easy to tear a motherfucker down. You know what the hard part is? The hard part is knowing that the people that you fighting for is the same motherfuckers trying to tear you down. And it's the audacity of leadership. You got to be willing to fight for a motherfucker that's not going to fight for you. Not only are they not going to fight for you, they're going to fight you as the leader and try to tear you down in front of the world. But you still got to fight for their freedom just because it's the right thing to do, not because you like the motherfucker. Right? When they say no big eyes, no little U's, and no respect to a person, this is what they talking about. You got to fight for a motherfucker who gonna talk about you bad, who gonna spit in your face, shit in your food, piss on your table. You still gotta fight for them to be free, the same as you gotta fight for the ones that support you to be free. Look, I don't even own a set of wheels. I finally got something I've been waiting on to set my headquarters up, and I can't even move right now because I got to raise enough money on my own to go get a truck. I ain't tripping. I'm not asking the motherfucker for nothing. But if I was doing this shit and trying to get money off Malachi's name, I would have had more than enough to buy a couple of trucks. I have not monetized any page I have. My Instagram or my Facebook has ever been monetized. Only reason why I gave people my Cash App is because people asked for my Cash App and wanted to support the work of liberation of our people and decided on their own that they wanted to support me. In the priesthood, a real priest don't solicit money, but he has to accept a donation if it's offered, because that's called reciprocity. And it's the cycling of energy. It's the cycling of benevolent energy that everybody can benefit from. This is why I don't ask for shit. Nigga, I will sit in the park with no food and just the clothes on my motherfucking back until this shit is done, if that's what's required. I'm not in this motherfucking shit for no money. This shit ain't making me no motherfucking money. I'm doing this shit to free my people. But y'all can't see that part because all of the motherfucking charlatans that came begging for money, y'all think just because y'all see a Cash App, a motherfucker asked for something. I didn't ask for anything. I never asked any. All of the knowledge I'm giving back has already been paid for by my sister and my brother. They the ones bought all them thousands of books while I was locked up, when I couldn't read because the library didn't have enough books. And they didn't have the topics and the subjects we needed, so I got to order my own books. They already paid for this shit. I'm giving it away free, and motherfuckers still got to find some negative ass shit for it. Motherfuckers still got to find something negative to say. I'm giving away free game, free knowledge. Anybody can use it to their advantage. But you got motherfuckers that want to tear me down because a motherfucker asked for my Cash App. Or when I go do Brother Rich show or Young Elder, they say, hey, the brother don't do this for money, but if you want to support him, here's his Cash App. I made it perfectly clear when the first show I was on Young Elder and the first show I was on Brother Rich. I'm not in this shit for no money. This shit can't pay me enough. Right? And the reason I'm not in it for money is because they'll never offer me enough to sell out. Because I ain't doing it for money. If you're doing it for money, there's a price that you will sell out. But when you're not doing it for money, there's no price they can offer you because money's not the problem. Money's not the subject. Money's not the motivator. Right? The motivator for me is 16 years in prison for some shit I did. Imagine what it's like being in there for 20 plus years, 30 years, 40, 50 years for some shit you didn't do. For some shit that the government orchestrated, lied on you about to your people, and your own people turned on you. Because the government lied on you. But because the government wear uniforms, you think they more legitimate than the actual people from the land. I don't know where y'all get this from, but the enemy has trained y'all well to hate yourself so much that if it looked like you about to get free from the slave system, that you will turn into an Agent Smith, go into overdrive to kill Neo, whoever he may be, whether he was Malachi Z. York. Look, they use sex cases, I'm going to say this again, because the allegation is the evidence. You don't need no other evidence in the sex case because the allegation is the evidence, right? But when you find out that there's no sexual contact possible between these people, because who's ever contacting these kids sexually got a genetically traceable strain of herpes that Malachi don't got. Malachi don't have herpes. But y'all don't know how to read paperwork, so y'all don't know where to look in order to find out if the brother really did this shit or if it's made up. Right? I can't speak on polite situation, but I can speak on Brother Rashad. Rashad Jamal was set up for a trade-off. He was set up for a trade-off for a music career. To undermine his divine energy and his divine insight, somebody wanted to replace his ascending music career, so they sacrificed his ass and made this shit up. And the ringleader of that shit was Isis Wisdom. That's why she slid up under him and made him cut off everybody that could give him the spiritual support that'll pull the veil off that bullshit and let them see it for what it is. The motherfucker, Remedy H, I don't know him. I don't listen to him. I don't know nothing about him. I seen him one time. Somebody sent me his video. He one of our new boys. He not staying here. He'll tell you that. When the ships come, wherever the fuck they coming from, he gonna be on one. I'm not gonna be on. I'm earthborn. I'm from here. Right? And since I'm from here, I'm gonna tell y'all, Remedy H had enough spiritual power to give the spiritual support to Rashad Jamal to block the shit Isis Wisdom was doing. So she made him turn on him too. Right? Everybody that could have gave him the spiritual support system, she told him to cuss that motherfucker out and tell him what it is, because she the highest rank angelic in the realm, which was some bullshit, because she would have knew who he was the minute she seen me. The same way that Malachi know who I am, Farrakhan know who I am, that bitch would have knew too. How you gonna be the highest ranked angelic in the realm and don't know who the responsibility of putting the great mother back on their throne? That's not possible. You can't be the highest ranked angelic and then the information is above your pay grade. You have to, if you the highest ranked angelic, that is your pay grade. Then you wouldn't need to overcharge people, talk about you got a select clientele, giving motherfucking $40 yoni stings for $1,400 because your name is Isis Wisdom. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Look, anything Isis Wisdom say, she stole it. She's an international knowledge thief. She goes sit and listen to everybody else come back and pass that shit off like she came up with it on her own. She a whole fraud. And I said it, I meant it, and she's so much of a fraud and so much of a detriment to our people that if I seen her in person, I can't guarantee that this right not gonna fly up in her mouth.
Right. Are these the two colors that's blended right here?
The purple and the red.
The purple out. These two. Does that?
Yeah, blue and red make purple.
Does this look like the logo right here?
It's hard to say.
Because this one is out now, so it would have to be these two, not these two, right?
Oh, so the Ravens did lose.
They lost.
Mm.
Yeah, you were right. But now the other team is this one, or is it going to be the two red teams?
All I know is when I seen the flyer
Yeah.
that the NFL put out, Detroit wasn't one of the teams that they advertised is going to be in the Super Bowl.
Okay, okay.
You all right over there?
Yeah, I'm good. I got
Yeah, Detroit wasn't one of the teams.
you. Okay.
Yeah. So, in the course of these events that y'all see unfolding, I just got on the Malachi release information. I got permission to put it out last week.